Hi everyone! So ngayon ituturo ko sa inyo kung paano mag-fill out ng Form I-485 or AOS for K-1 visa. So reminder lang po, lahat ng form ng USCIS ay mag-i-expire po siya. So kailangan nyo pong tignan sa website po nila ng uscis.gov para updated po kayo sa form. So as of today, ang form na ito ay mag-expire ng 3/31/2027. By the way, wag niyo pong kalimutan yung A number. Makikita po ito sa upper right side ng NOA 2 niyo po. Okay? So part 1, information about you, person applying for lawful permanent residence. Your current legal name, do not provide a nickname. So sa part na ito yung details ng beneficiary. Ilagay niyo po dito as married name. For example, family name, last name, Smith, given name, first name, Roslyn, middle name, Santos. Other names you have used since birth, if applicable. Note, provide all other names you have ever used, including your family name at birth, other legal names, nicknames, aliases, and assumed names. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 14, Additional Information. So sa part na ito yung isasulat nyo po, yung maiden name nyo po, nung hindi pa kayo kinasal ng fiancé nyo dito sa US. So example, family name, last name, Santos, given name, first name, Roslyn, middle name, De La Cruz. So dito sa part na to, from 3A up to 4C, ang nilagay ko dito is NA kasi not applicable po ito sa akin. So other information about you. Number 5, date of birth. Ilagay niyo dito month, date, and year. So 5/30/1986. Note, in addition to providing your actual date of birth, include any other dates of birth you have used in connection with any legal names or non-legal names in the space provided in Part 14, Additional Information. So sa akin, kung ano yung nakalagay sa birth certificate, yun lang po yung nilagay ko. Wala na akong ibang details na nilagay dito, kaya nilagyan ko ng NA or not applicable. Kasi magkakaroon pa yun ng problema yung documents nyo. So, dapat maging consistent. Wala ng mga nicknames para hindi na maging komplikado pa yung documents nyo. So, kung anong nakalagay sa birth certificate, yun lang din yung ifa-follow nyo. So, number 6, female, 7 city or town of birth, kung saan kayo ipinanganak. Sa akin, Dipolog City. So, next, page 2, huwag kalimutan yung A number. Again, makikita ito sa NOA 2 sa upper right side. So, sa part 1, information about you, continued. Number 8, country of birth, Philippines. Number 9, country of citizenship or nationality, Philippines. Number 10, alien registration number. Isulat nyo po dito again, makikita ito sa NOA 2 upper right side. Note, if you have ever used other A numbers, include additional A numbers in the space provided in Part 14, Additional Information. So sa akin, isa lang yung A number ko. Number 11, USCIS online account number if any. Not applicable sa akin. US mailing address, 12.A, in care of name if any. So, sinulat ko dito, yung mailing address ko dito sa US, name Roslyn Santos Smith. Street number, 1052 Whitney Ranch Drive, apartment, 1121, city or town, Henderson, state, Nevada, zip code 89018. So, ito ay example lamang na address dito sa US. So, itong mailing address na to, isusulat nyo kung saan kayo nakatira dito sa US. alternate and or safe mailing address. If you are applying based on the Violence Against Women Act or VAWA, so isusulat nyo po yung details nyo dito. Since hindi po ako nag-apply ng VAWA, so not applicable po sa akin yung 13.A hanggang 13.E. So next, Social Security Card. Number 14, has the Social Security Administration, SSA, ever officially issued a Social Security Card to you? Ang sagot ko dito is yes. Before kami kinasal ng asawa ko, pumunta ako sa SSA office or parang SSS office sa Pinas and kumuha ako ng SS number. So meron na ako nito, kaya yung answer ko dito is yes. So if you answered yes, provide the information requested in item number 15. Since my answer here is yes, provide your US Social Security number or SSN. Since meron na akong SSN, dahil pumunta na ako doon sa SSA office, so sinulat ko na dito yung SS number ko. Number 16. Do you want the SSA to issue you a Social Security card? You must also answer yes to item number 17, consent for disclosure to receive a card. So my answer here is no, dahil meron na akong card and meron na akong SS number. If wala pa kayong SS number, hindi pa kayo nagpunta doon sa SSA office, so ang sagot niyo dito is yes. Once nagsagot kayo dito ng yes, number 17, consent for disclosure. I authorize disclosure of information from this application to the SSA as required for the purpose of assigning me an SSN and issuing me a Social Security card. So, ang sagot nyo dito is yes kapag wala pa kayong SS number. Since sa akin meron akong SSN, so ang sagot ko dito is no. Recent immigration history. Provide the information for item numbers 18 to 24. If you last entered the United States using a passport or travel document. Number 18, passport number used at last arrival. So, ito yung passport number na isusulat nyo sa last arrival nyo dito sa US. Example, P4222728B. So, makikita ito sa passport nyo po. Number 19, travel document number used at last arrival. So, not applicable po ito sa akin. Number 20, expiration date of this passport or travel document. Month, date, and year. 3/1/2030. Number 21, country that issued this passport or travel document. Philippines. Number 22, non-immigrant visa number from this passport if any. Itong details na to, makikita po ito after ng interview nyo sa US Embassy. Pagka binalik na yung passport nyo, meron na yung tatak doon. Tingnan nyo lang yung details. Place of last arrival into the United States. Gusto ko lang linawin dito, lalo na sa mga may connecting flight, kung ano yung port of entry nyo po, yun yung isusulat nyo dito. Huwag yung isulat yung final destination nyo kung anong state po kayo nakatira at kung anong state nakatira yung fiancé nyo. So yung yellow packet nyo po galing sa Manila US Embassy na sinurrender nyo po sa port of entry, yun yung isusulat nyo dito. Sa akin, San Francisco, State, California. So date of last arrival, month, date, and year, 11/4/2023. So next, page 3, huwag kalimutan again yung A number. Isusulat nyo po dito. So ito pa rin yung continuation ng part 1. When I last arrived in the United States, so ang sagot ko dito is 25A. Was inspected at a port of entry and admitted as, for example, exchange visitor, way through, temporary worker, or student. So, ilagay nyo dito, K-1 visa holder. 25B up to 25C, leave it blank. And then 25D, other, nilagay ko dito, not applicable. If you were issued a Form I-94 Arrival Departure Record Number, 26A Form I-94 Arrival Departure Record Number, makikita ito sa Form I-94 nyo po. Isusulat nyo po dito yung record number. Number 26B, expiration date of authorized state shown on Form I-94, month, date, and year. So 2/1/2024. 26C, status on Form I-94, for example, class of admission or paroled if paroled. So sa akin, nilagay ko dito is K-1. 27, what is your current immigration status? If it has changed since your arrival. So sa akin, still K-1 pa rin. Provide your name exactly as it appears on your Form I-94, if any. So, kung ano yung details na nakasulat doon sa I-94 nyo po, yun yung isusulat nyo dito. Family name, last name, Santos. Given name, first name, Roslyn. Middle name, De La Cruz. So, yung details ko dito is yung maiden name ko po, nung hindi pa kami kinasal ng asawa ko. So, next, Part 2, Application Type or Filing Category. Note, attach a copy of the Form I-797 receipt or approval notice for underlying petition or application as appropriate. I am applying to register lawful permanent residence or adjust status to that of a lawful permanent resident based on the following immigrant category. Select only one box. See the Form I-485 instructions for more information, including any additional instructions that relate to the immigrant category you select. So, 1A, family-based. Ang sinagot ko dito is person admitted to the United States as a fiancé or child of a fiancé of a U.S. citizen, Form I-129F, K-1, K-2, non-immigrant. So, ito yung sagot ko. And then 1B to 1E, leave it blank. Hindi siya applicable sa akin. So, page 4, A number, huwag kalimutan. Continuation sa part 2. So, 1F up to 1G, leave it blank sa akin. And other eligibility, nilagay ko dito in A. Number 2, are you applying for adjustment based on the Immigration and Nationality Act, Section 245I? So, ang sagot ko dito is no. Note, if you answered yes to item number 2, you must have selected a family-based, employment-based, special immigrant or diversity visa immigrant category listed above in item numbers 1A to 1J as the basis for your application for adjustment of status. Fill out the rest of this application and supplement A to Form I-485, adjustment of status under Section 245I, supplement A for dated filing instructions. Read the Form I-485 instructions, including any additional instructions that relate to the immigrant category that you selected in item numbers 1A to 1J, and supplement A instructions. Information about your immigrant category. If you are the principal applicant, provide the following information. Number 3, receipt number of underlying petition, if any. So, ito yung receipt number. Makikita po ito sa NOWA 2. So, nag-start po siya ng WAC or WAC and then yung numbers. Tingnan nyo na lang po yung details doon sa NOWA 2 nyo po. 4, priority date from underlying petition, if any. Month, date, and year. 5/27/2022. So, dito sa part na to, If you are a derivative applicant, the spouse or unmarried child under 21 years of age of a principal applicant, provide the following information for the principal applicant. So, not applicable po to sa akin dahil ako lang po yung pinitisyon ng asawa ko. Wala din po akong anak. So, K-1 visa po yung ina-applyan namin. So, from 5A to 9, not applicable po sa akin. Nilagyan ko ng NA. Part 3, additional information about you. Number 1, have you ever applied for an immigrant visa to obtain permanent resident status at a U.S. embassy or U.S. consulate abroad? My answer here is no. If nag-apply po kayo, be honest, ang isasagot nyo po is yes. Since ako, never pa, ito lang yung ina-applyan ko, K-1 visa, na pinitisyonan ako ng fiancé ko na asawa ko na ngayon. So, my answer is no. If you answered yes to item number 1, complete item number 2A to 4 below. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 14, additional information. Location of U.S. Embassy or U.S. Consulate. So, not applicable po ito sa akin from 2A up to number 4. So, ang sagot ko dito is NA. Next, page 5. A number, huwag kalimutan. Continuation pa rin siya sa part 3. Address history. Provide physical addresses for everywhere you have lived during the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide your current address first. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 14, additional information. Physical address 1. So, yung current address nyo po dito sa US. Street number and name, 1052 Whitney Ranch Drive, apartment 1121, city or town, Henderson, state, Nevada, zip code 89018. Province, not applicable. Postal code, not applicable. Country, USA. Date of residence. So, kung kailan po kayo nag-start or nakatira sa address na to, isasulat nyo po dito, dates of residence from month, date, year, 11/4/2023 to month, date, year, present. So, physical address to, ito yung address ko sa Pinas within 5 years. So, kung nag-abroad kayo or kung saan kayo nakatira sa Pinas, isulat nyo po dito yung details ng address kung saan kayo nakatira within 5 years. So, sa akin, 7A, street number, 808 Siquijor, not applicable. City or town, Makati. Zip code, not applicable. Province, Metro Manila. Postal code, 1213. Country, Philippines. So, dates of residence from month, date, year, 1/8/2019 to 11/3/2023. Provide your most recent address outside the United States where you lived for more than 1 year, if not already listed above. So, sa akin dito, NA, not applicable po to sa akin. Since yun lang yung address na nakatira ako within 5 years. So, nilagay ko dito, not applicable. Yan, not applicable. Lahat ng blank. Next, employment history. Provide your employment history for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide the most recent employment first. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 14, additional information. So, ito yung isusulat nyo, yung employment history nyo po, either yung nagtrabaho kayo sa Pinas or nung nag-abroad kayo within last 5 years. So, employer 1, current or most recent. 11, name of employer or company. Business trends, address of employer or company, street number 1603 Jollibee Plaza, not applicable. City or town, Pasig, zip code not applicable. Province, Metro Manila, postal code 1605. Country, Philippines. Your occupation, kung ano yung trabaho nyo po. Sa akin, office admin, facility support. So page 6, a number, wag nyong kalimutan. Part 3, continuation pa rin siya. Dates of employment, kung kailan kayo nag-start nagtrabaho sa company na yon. So from month, date, year, 4/29/2019. 2-month, date, year, kung kailan kayo nag-stop or kung kailan kayo nag-resign. So, ang sa akin, isinulat ko dito is 11/4/2023. So, kapag meron pa kayong employer 2 within last 5 years, so isusulat nyo po yung details nyo dito. Since ako wala na, so not applicable po siya sa akin. So, lahat ng blank dito, sinulatan ko ng NA. Next, address of employer or company. Not applicable sa akin. Dito sa part na to, since isa lang yung employer ko within last 5 years, so yun lang yung sinulat ko. And kapag meron pa kayong details ng employer nyo within last 5 years, so isusulat nyo po dito. So since sa akin, wala na, so nilagyan ko lahat ng blank, employer 2, ng not applicable or NA. Lahat. So next, part 4, information about your parents. Information about your parent 1. So, ang sinulat ko dito una is yung details ng papa ko. So, family name, last name, example Santos, given name, first name Eric, middle name Raganas. So, sa parents 1, name at birth if different than above. So, sa akin, not applicable sa papa ko. So, nilagyan ko dito ng NA from 2A to 2C. Number 3, date of birth, month, date, year. 7/12/1949. Sex is male. City or town of birth, Maribuhok. Country of birth, Philippines. So, page 7, a number, wag kalimutan. Continuation pa rin sa part 4. Number 7, current city or town of residence if living. Tagbilaran. Number 8, current country of residence if living, Philippines. Information about your parent 2. So, ito yung name ng mama ko. So, family name, last name, example Santos, given name, first name Eva, middle name Reyes. Parents 2, name at birth if different than above. So, sa part na to, sinulat ko yung maiden name ng mama ko nung hindi pa siya kinasal o hindi pa siya nag-aasawa. Example, family name, last name, Balyaris, given name, first name, Eva, middle name, Agustin. So, date of birth, 3/17/1955. Sex, female. City or town of birth, Maribohok. Country of birth, Philippines. Current city or town of residence if living, Tagbilaran. Current country of residence if living, Philippines. Part 5, information about your marital history. What is your current marital status? Sa akin is married. Number 2, if you are married, is your spouse a current member of the U.S. Armed Forces or U.S. Coast Guard? So sa akin is no. So, depende po sa inyo kung yung fiancé nyo na naging asawa nyo na po ngayon is member po siya sa U.S. Armed Forces or U.S. Coast Guard. So, ang answer nyo po dito is yes. So next, number 3, how many times have you been married, including annulled marriages and marriages to the same person? So since sa akin hindi pa ako nag-aasawa, never pa akong nag-asawa, so ito yung first time ko. So my answer here is 1. So if ever annulled po kayo, so be honest, isulat nyo po dito yung tamang sagot. Information about your current marriage, including if you are legally separated. If you are current married, provide the following information about your current spouse. So, isulat nyo po dito yung pangalan ng asawa nyo po. Example, family name, last name, Smith, given name, first name, James, middle name, Gibson. A number, if any, so not applicable po ito sa akin. So, nilagay ko dito in A. Current spouse date of birth, month, date, and year. So, 3/1/1984. Date of marriage to current spouse, month, date, and year, 12/8/2023. Current spouse place of birth, city or town, San Jose, state or province, California, country, USA. Place of marriage to current spouse, city or town, Las Vegas, state or province, Nevada, country, USA. Is your current spouse applying with you? My answer here is no, since ako lang po yung nag-apply. So page 8, again, huwag kalimutan yung A number. Part 5, information about your marital history. So ito yung continuation. Information about prior marriages, if any. If you have been married before, whether in the United States or any other country, provide the following information about your prior spouse. If you have had more than one previous marriage, use the space provided in Part 14 additional information to provide the information below. So itong part na to, since hindi siya applicable sa akin, so nilagyan ko siya ng NA. From 11A to number 16C, nilagyan ko lahat ng blank ng NA or not applicable sa akin. Next, part 6, information about your children. Number 1, indicate the total number of all living children, including adult sons and daughters, that you have. Note, the term children includes all biological or legally adopted children, as well as current stepchildren of any age, whether born in the United States or other countries, married or unmarried, living with you or elsewhere, and includes any missing children and those born to you outside of marriage. So since sa akin, wala pa po akong anak, so my answer is 0. Provide the following information for each of your children. If you have more than 3 children, use the space provided in Part 14 additional information. So not applicable po ito sa akin. So 2A up to 10 in A, and then number 11, leave it blank. Page 9, huwag kalimutan yung A number, isulat nyo po dito. Part 6, continuation. So, child 3, not applicable po ito sa akin. So, from 12A to 15 in A ang sinulat ko sa blank, and then number 16, leave it blank. Part 7, biographic information. Not Hispanic or Latino. Number 2, race, select all applicable boxes. So sa akin, Asian. Number 3, height, feet 5 inches 2. So, 5'2" ako. Number 4, weight. Ang hinihingi dito is pounds. 124. Number 5, eye color is black. Number 6, hair color is black. And then part 8, general eligibility and inadmissibility grounds. Number 1, have you ever been a member of involved in or in any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or in any other location in the world, including any military service? My answer here is no. If you answered yes to item number 1, complete item number 2 to 13B below. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 14 additional information. If you answered no but are unsure of your answer, provide an explanation of the events and circumstances in the space provided in Part 14 additional information. So since hindi po siya applicable sa akin, sinulat ko from number 2 up to number 8 in A. So page 10, again, wag kalimutan yung A number. Continuation ng part 8. Sa akin, not applicable po siya from 9A up to 13B. Not applicable. Answers item numbers 14 to 86B. Choose the answer that you think is correct. If you answer yes to any questions, or if you answer no but are unsure of your answer, provide an explanation of the events and circumstances in the space provided in Part 14, additional information. Number 14, have you ever been denied admission to the United States? My answer here is no. Number 15, have you ever been denied a visa to the United States? My answer is no. So, kapag meron kayong ina-applyan na visa dito sa US and na-deny po kayo, be honest, ilagay po nyo dito yung answer nyo is yes kapag nag-apply kayo ng visa before. And since sa akin, first time ko tong mag-apply ng visa as K-1 visa na pinitisyonan ako ng fiancé ko na naging asawa ko na ngayon, so my answer is no. Never pa ako nag-apply ng visa na deny dito sa US. So ito yung first time ko as K-1 visa. Number 16, have you ever worked in the United States without authorization? No. Have you ever violated the terms or conditions of your non-immigrant status? No. Are you presently or have you ever been in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings? No. Have you ever been issued a final order of exclusion, deportation, or removal? No. So, my answer here from number 20 up to 24A is no. So, be honest po kayo sa sagot nyo dito. So, sa akin lahat is no. Next, if you answered yes to item number 24A, complete item numbers 24B to 24C. If you answered no to item number 24A, skip to item number 25. So, since ang sagot ko is no, 24B up to 24C, leave it blank. Criminal acts and violations. For item number 25 to 45, you must answer yes to any questions that applies to you, even if your records were sealed or otherwise cleared, or even if anyone, including a judge, law enforcement officer, or attorney told you that you no longer have a record. You must also answer yes to the following questions: whether the action or offense occurred here in the United States or anywhere else in the world. If you answer yes to item numbers 25 to 45, use the space provided in Part 14 additional information to provide an explanation that includes why you were arrested, cited, detained, or charged, where you were arrested, cited, detained, or charged, when, date, the event occurred, and the outcome or disposition. For example, no charges filed, charges dismissed, jail, probation, community service. So, number 25 to number 26, ang sagot ko dito is no. Page 11, A number, huwag kalimutan. Part 8, continuation pa rin. So, number 27 up to number 34, ang sagot ko dito is no. And then, number 35 up to number 45, ang sagot ko dito is no. So, page 12, again, huwag kalimutan yung A number. Continuation pa rin siya ng part 8. So, number 46A up to 48D, my answer is no. And then 48E up to 52, my answer is still no. So be honest po kayo sa sagot nyo. Next, page 13. A number, wag kalimutan. Part 8, continuation pa rin. So, number 53 up to 59, ang sagot ko is no. And then, number 60, sagot ko is no. Note, if you answered yes to any part of item numbers 52 to 60, explain what occurred, including the dates and location of the circumstances. In the space provided in part 14, additional information. So, basahin niyo lang po ito individually kung applicable to sa inyo, kung ang answer nyo is yes or no. So, be honest lang po sa sagot nyo. So, public charge, number 61. So, ang sagot ko dito is no. If you answered yes to item number 61, complete item number 62 to 68D below. If you answered no to item number 61, go to item number 69A. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in part 14, additional information. Number 62, what is the size of your household? So, my answer here is 2. Ako lang at yung asawa ko since wala pa kaming anak nung time na nag-submit kami ng documents namin. Number 63, indicate your annual household income. So, my answer is 52 to 85,000. Number 64, identify the total value of your household assets. So, my answer here is 0 to 18,400. So, page 14. Again, huwag kalimutan yung A number. Isulat nyo po dito. So, continuation pa rin siya sa part 8. Number 65. So, ang answer ko dito is 1 to 10,100. So, depende po to sa details ng asawa nyo po. Number 66. What is the highest degree or level of school you have completed? So, sa akin is bachelor's degree. So, depende po sa inyo if master's degree po kayo and meron po kayong doctorate degree. So, isulat nyo po dito. Number 67, list your certifications, licenses, skills obtained through work experience and educational certificates. So, sa akin, Philippine Teacher Board Exam Passer or Licensure Examination for Teachers or LET. Language spoken, Filipino, English. Job experience, office admin staff, HR and facility support, Philippines. So, number 68A to 68B, my answer is no. So, 68A to 68B, since my answer is no, so leave it blank dito sa 68C up to 68D. Page 15. Again, huwag kalimutan yung A number. Continuation pa rin siya sa part 8. Illegal entries and other immigration violations. 69A, my answer is no. 69B, If your answers to item number 69A is yes, do you believe you had reasonable cause? So, since my answer is no, leave it blank. Number 69B. 69C. If your answers to item number 69B is yes, attach a written statement explaining why you had reasonable cause. Number 70 up to 77. My answer is no. And then 78 up to 85A, no pa rin ang sagot ko. And then page 16, huwag kalimutan yung A number. Continuation pa rin siya sa part 8. Lahat po ito is answerable by yes or no. Basahin nyo na lang po siya isa-isa kasi mahaba po ito. So, 85B up to 86A, my answer is no. And in 86B, leave it blank since hindi po siya applicable sa akin. Part 9, accommodations for individuals with disabilities and or impairments. Note, read the information in the form I-485 instructions before completing this part. So number 1, are you requesting an accommodation because of your disabilities and or impairments? My answer is no. If you answered yes to item number 1, select any applicable box in item numbers 2A to 2C and provide an answer. So since ang sagot ko dito is no, from 2A to 2B, leave it blank. And then 2C, leave it blank pa rin. Part 10, applicant statement, contact information, declaration, certification, and signature. Note, read the penalty section of the Form I-485 instructions before completing this part. You must file Form I-485 while in the United States. Applicant's statement. Note, select the box for either item number 1A or 1B. If applicable, select the box for item number 2. So, ang sagot ko dito is 1A. I can read and understand English, and I have read and understand every question and instruction in this application and my answer to every question. So 1B up to 2, leave it blank. Applicant's contact information. Ano yung cellphone number nyo dito sa US? So, number 3, applicant's daytime telephone number, 702-501-9494. Applicant's mobile telephone number, if any. So, the same pa rin, 702-501-9494. And then, number 5, applicant's email address, if any. roslyn874@gmail.com. Number 17, A number, huwag kalimutan. So, continuation pa rin siya sa part 10. Applicant's declaration and certification. Copies of any documents I have submitted are exact photocopies of unaltered original documents, and I understand that USCIS may require that I submit original documents to USCIS at a later date. Furthermore, I authorize the release of any information from any and all of my records that USCIS may need to determine my eligibility for the immigration benefit that I seek. I understand that if I am a male who is 18 to 26 years of age, submitting this application will automatically register me with the Selective Service System as required by the Military Selective Service Act. I furthermore authorize release of information contained in this application, in supporting documents, and in my USCIS records to other entities and persons where necessary for the administration and enforcement of U.S. immigration law. I understand that USCIS may require me to appear for an appointment to take my biometrics, fingerprints, photograph, and or signature, and at that time, if I am required to provide biometrics, I will be required to sign an oath reaffirming that, number 1, I reviewed and understood all of the information contained in and submitted with my application. And number 2, all of this information was complete, true, and correct at the time of filing. I certify under penalty of perjury that all of the information in my application and any documents submitted with it were provided or authorized by me, that I reviewed and understand all of the information contained in and submitted with my application, and that all of this information is complete, true, and correct. Applicant signature. 6.A, applicant's signature, sign in ink. So, dapat gamitin nyo po yung black ink. Signature nyo po dito as beneficiary. Date of signature, 12/2/2024. Note to all applicants. If you do not completely fill out this application or fail to submit required documents listed in the instructions, USCIS may deny your application. So, huwag kalimutan yung signature nyo po dito and then date of signature. Part 11, Interpreter's Contact Information, Certification, and Signature. Provide the following information about the interpreter. Interpreter's full name. So, since hindi po siya applicable sa akin, from 1.A up to number 6, ang sinulat ko po dito is NA or not applicable. Page 18. Again, huwag kalimutan yung A number. Part 11, Interpreter's Contact Information, Certification, and Signature. Continued. So, not applicable po siya sa akin. And then, interpreter's signature, 7.A to 7.B, not applicable. Part 12, contact information, declaration, and signature of the person preparing this application if other than the applicant. Provide the following information about the preparer. So, since not applicable po sa akin from 1.A to up to number 2, so NA po ang sinulat ko dito. Preparer's mailing address, so not applicable po to sa akin, from 3.A up to number 6, NA. And then, preparer's statement, leave it blank. Page 19. Huwag kalimutan again yung A number. Part 12, contact information, declaration, and signature of the person preparing this application if other than the applicant. Continued. So, since not applicable sa akin, so from 8.A to 8.B, lagyan niyo po dito ng NA. Note, do not complete part 13 until the USCIS officer instructs you to do so at the interview. So, part 13, signature at interview. So, leave it blank. Page 20, huwag kalimutan yung A number. Part 14, additional information. If you need extra space to provide any additional information within this application, use the space below. If you need more space than what is provided, you may make copies of this page to complete and file with this application or attach a separate sheet of paper. Type or print your name and A number if any. At the top of each sheet, indicate the page number, part number, and item number to which your answer refers, and sign and date each sheet. So, sinulat ko dito yung married name ko, family name, last name, Smith, given name, first name, Roslyn, middle name, Santos. Then, number 2, A number. Sulat nyo po dito yung A number nyo. So, 3.8, page number 5. 3.B, part number 3. And 3.C, item number 11. 3D, beneficiaries employer 1. So, since yung employer's address ko is mahaba, so, sinulat ko dito kung ano yung page siya. So, page 5, part 3, item number 11. So, beneficiaries, employer 1. Yung complete details po, 1603 Jollibee Plaza F. Ortigas, Junior Avenue, Ortigas Center, Pasig City. So, the rest, 4A not applicable, 5A not applicable, 6A not applicable, and 7A not applicable sa akin. So, yun lang yung sa employer's address ko na mahaba. Yung additional details, sinulat ko dito. Yung complete details. So, yan lang po. Maraming salamat and God bless everyone. Bye-bye.